And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 14, episode 19. And I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. So you guys are probably watching this episode of the Cloud9 podcast on the replay because you missed out on the chance to watch this episode of the Cloud9 podcast live. So I hope you guys had a great weekend overall. And we will be moving away from the first week of the LTA 2025 North Split 2 beginning. It was a wild weekend for League of Legends. We had T1 versus Gen G. That was just an absolute banger of a series. Doesn't matter what time of the year, what team both organizations have. Doesn't matter if they're at international events, but T1 versus Gen G is always a goddamn banger. And then we had the LEC matches going on as well. We're going to end up basically covering the rest of those that I haven't had a chance to see on Thursday. Just for you guys that don't know this, actually, we usually watch most of the games, obviously, between, Saturday and Sunday. And then, the LEC has games on Monday as well. But for the games that I couldn't watch or get a chance to actually, view myself so we could have an in-depth discussion about the teams and the gameplay, we just kind of cover most of that stuff on Thursday. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Can't wait to shit on Cloud9. It's just a pastime now where I just basically shit on all my teams because they just make me angry most of the time. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good out there, and I hope you guys are also being safe. But yes, joining me here in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast to talk about competitive League of Legends esports is Mr. Blanks. He's very happy today because you have the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Forbidden and Limited list.
Yeah, it kind of balanced it out. With two of my teams losing, that kind of sucked. But then the ban list came out. And then the one deck I was telling my friend yesterday, I was like, he asked me a question: would you go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! if the situation was right? I was like, yeah. If the ban list that comes out and the deck I want to play doesn't get hit, and I was like, all right, cool, boom. They come out with the ban list today. The deck I wanted to play, no hits to it whatsoever. Actually, it got better. Oh, but this one card got limited. We only play one in the deck. Okay, boom. I was like, oh, gotta buy cards. Boom. Now, I'm not officially competitively back playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, but do expect me to put out a video in the next couple months of me going back to locals. Okay. Or me doing a locals report of me playing. I haven't played competitively in 2 years. I've been in the locals, but I haven't I'm talking about competitively since 2023. Okay. That's the last time. And now it's time to get back into the game.
Yeah, I haven't been away from you. I've been keeping up in the shadows behind the scenes and stuff like that, just watching videos and, going through a lot of the products and shit. They keep posting pictures of the quarter century bonanza. What a name for a set. Konami, good job. Quarter century bonanza. Good Lord, man. But I'll just go over it. I mean, have you been keeping up with Yu-Gi-Oh! Enough that you want to just give your just little quick thoughts and opinions on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get to talking about League, guys, we're going to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Forbidden and Limited list update that just happened. But before we do that, as you guys know, I'm a huge, Shocks enjoyer. If you guys know who that is, that's Ife. People call her Shocks. It's weird. Her name is Ife. That is a odd name, actually. There's so many jokes.
She's European. That's why she gets away with it.
There's so many jokes you could just make because her real name is Ife. Which you like to, whatever. Can't make those jokes. They're too corny. But
I'll make them. You want to Ife and these nuts?
Oh, gosh. So this past weekend so far for the LEC 2025 Spring Split Week 2 regular season, she decided to wear no makeup. And she's one of the ladies that I realized that she doesn't have to wear makeup at all. And usually like when it comes to girls and makeup does make them look better. But there's certain types of girls where like you don't have to have makeup because you just look fine. But even if you tell them that you look good without makeup, they don't believe that because women are just in their heads just all types of fucked up and insecure. Yeah,
like a motherfucker. And most women don't want to admit this. It's like
but that's what she looks like without makeup. This is her face.
Like, imagine that was your teacher. You'd be like, "Oh shit, god damn." It'd be hard for me to concentrate if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, like, oh damn, girl, you're looking kind of juicy. God damn. So yeah, when Shocks was like, "Yeah, I'm not wearing makeup today," it's awesome. I don't really think you needed it anyway.
Yeah, I started looking like this. I was like, how the fuck he ain't married unless she?
I think she has a boyfriend. I think she's mentioned it a few times. I mean, I would assume
she better have a boyfriend. Not like shit.
Well, the thing is, I would assume someone this attractive has a boyfriend. You know, and also let's keep in mind the amount of. I'm just pointing out, man, the amount of options a lady like this is gonna have in her DMs is unlimited. There's unlimited options there.
There's dudes probably in the DMs that, hey girl, I'll lick your ass off. Like there's dudes, like trust me, there's this girl threw me a DM one time. It's like dudes are down bad. Like
you know there was damn, this one's cute. Damn, yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, you know there were some of those guys that I sent you those reels of. Like the Israel guy, the Mexican guy. So one time he was at the beach interviewing this one ethot. She said she did OnlyFans. And he asked her, what was the most disgusting thing a guy asked you to do on OnlyFans? She said the guy wanted her to take a picture of her shit and send it to him.
That ain't the worst thing, I think.
That's just disgusting. That's gross.
I think the dude paid for a girl to take a shit in a Tupperware and send it to him.
That's...
there's an there's an old Chillo Dance video I gotta send you once I find it. Oh, trust me. This video is like the one I'm gonna send you later. It's why people get deleted. You can't get doing shit like this.
Sharks used to roast players. You guys should go. I know people aren't gonna get the references now, but anyone out there listening to the video on the replay, go and look up Shox' roast of League of Legends players. They were very good back in the day. She doesn't do it as much now because she said she gets really flamed on Twitter. Like last week when she flamed Fnatic because she just tweeted Kadui diff. People just thought she was taking a shit on Upset, and it's like, I'm sorry, Kadui kind of diffed him there, if we're being honest, you know? But that's the thing with the League of Legends community. Everyone's just super sensitive at, like, why don't we have the community we used to have? Because all you guys are fucking pussies. That's the reason why.
Don't forget, also, Upset is soft as hell, too.
Oh,
remember at that time he had beef with Sama?
Oh, damn. Wow.
Remember that interesting whack-ass beef? Like, he got beef with Sama?
I understand the Adam beef because that one was the
Adam beef makes sense. That
that makes kind of sense.
Beef with Adam. That's surprising.
That one I really don't kind of fault him on, but the other beefs he's had, like he didn't want to oh my god, because Supa was talking shit to him. They're talking shit to each other in the match last split. You know that best of 5 they had before they faced Carmine Corp. And he was like, didn't want to do the my god, Upset. Stop being an old bitch. Stop being an old baby, man. God damn. Because people, they'll ask, like, why can't we have, like, an analyst desk that NBA on ESPN has? Because, just being honest with you guys, a lot of people in esports are just pussies as hell. Like, a lot of people are just too soft. Like, I would love an analyst desk of I Will Dominate, Monte Cristo, Thorin, and LS. That's just cinema right there to me. Just imagine an analyst desk like that. Just imagine that. An analyst desk of those 4. That'd be fire. But Riot doesn't want to do that because Riot, you know, just doesn't really value the analyst desk as much as they used to. The analyst desk used to be a very, very fun thing where they used to bring on pro players and have a good time with them and everything. But god damn, has it turned into such a fucking drag to get through. Like, they got rid of Dash. The analyst desk for the LTA has been rather just, I get it. They're trying to keep an upbeat kind of fun vibe to it, you know, because it felt very ESPN-ish. And I don't feel like Riot really understood that you might some people that work for your organization might like the NFL, they might like the NBA, but that doesn't mean that esports should reflect everything in traditional sports, lockstep and key. Like they try, that thing in the NFL you guys have called the NFL Red Zone, where it's a bunch of highlights going on. The LCS tried doing that, but they did it for academy games. And I'm like, what a great idea for a stupid other added follow-up. Who is out here trying to watch like highlights of academy games for like League of Legends? Watching highlights for fucking, college basketball and college football is pretty entertaining to people, but not for League of Legends. Like, what the hell? Crazy shit. Oh, God. Giratina, what's up, man? Hi, Emily. Miss Barco says, this doesn't look like esports. Well, technically, she works in esports, and that would be my future wife. If the other, man, that girl from Brazil is so hot. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, Shocks. I got to shout out the girl. I forgot her. I can't pronounce her name sometimes. La something. She's a Brazil girl.
Emily with those sick ass side of hers. She finally wears nice skirts. Thighs. Yeah. I was like, God damn, she finally wears skirts. She finally feel comfortable to wear skirts. Because she only chick left.
Emily, yeah. I mean, unless people are trying to like fucking have a male gaze over Raz.
Nah, Raz talks too much.
God,
he be talking about nuts sometimes. Like, what the fuck you talking about, Raz?
I do the same thing too. Whenever Jat's talking, I like to hear what he has to say. Whenever Zale's talking, I like to hear what he has to say. Or even Kobe. Whenever Raz talks, I don't even know what he said because I don't remember. I don't even think he's ever had a take where it's been like controversial. He said something that is kind of like out there. Yeah. I feel like he's just a company man. He's just going to do whatever the company says, and he's just going to be that guy. I'll be honest, I watched that guy forever. He's never actually said anything of value or substance. I don't even know what his real role is on the broadcast, honestly. Emily, like at international events, she had that thing where she was doing the drawing sketches of going over like a player's history, stuff like that. Emily has good strengths to her. What is I never understand what the hell is Raz's strengths? What does he do, honestly? What is the goal of having Raz on a broadcast? I don't get it.
Entertainment purposes,
he's not entertaining. His takes are just really just milk toast, bland. His
most people, he's a regular person. Surprisingly,
like I'll tell you guys right now. Shocks is my OG, but my Brazilian love, Laua, it's too hot. This girl just got going on. Man, could you sit on my face, please? Just once. Let me put my tongue in your asshole just to taste it for like 3 minutes. 3 seconds.
You're a wild
let me. I'm trying to see what it tastes like. That's all I'm asking, man. That's all I'm asking.
Let's be careful because you go in there, you definitely gonna have a child. They ain't know when you pull it out.
Technically, is that a bad thing? I mean, if someone was like, "That's your baby mom," would you be like, "You know what?" Like,
I mean, if you want to get it, go ahead. But if you
no, you have to wrap it up. First, you'd ask her like, "Hey, you like it in the ass?" Because I can't put it in there. She'd be like, sure."
No offense. If she's Brazilian, no offense, most Brazilian chicks would take it in the butt.
All you gotta just ask her is thumb in or thumb out. That's it. If you want, and if she says all the way in, well, fuck it, right?
No offense. If you asked about anal, she says I've done it before and I like it. Oh yeah, no, run.
Run. I'm trying to blow my load 3 times in her butthole. See what it smell like. Shit. Goddamn girl, don't do it to me.
Blow 3 times in one night. Shit, nah, I'm done, man. You gotta be careful with Brazilian chicks. You think it's easy? Next thing you know, shit, you're gonna be having 3 kids on the mountainside.
Okay, so real quickly, I'm gonna. How you like broke down the LTA teams before we went to that chillers one time.
Yeah.
Before we get to talking about the C9 versus 100 Thieves game, because I had a lot to say about. Remember we were talking yesterday. I have a lot of things I want to say about Loki. I want you to fire off your quick thoughts about the Forbidden and Limited list really quickly, and then we'll get to Cloud9 and 100 Thieves match.
Okay.
The band cards, everyone.
Okay, all the band cards.
Before Chaz goes, we're gonna go over the Forbidden and Limited list update effective from April 7th, 2025. Chaz's gonna fire off his quick thoughts. They're going to talk about Cloud9 versus the 100 Thieves. Go.
Okay. Nightmare Griffin. Good head. I forgot why this is a head from a while ago. That should have been. Good head. Link Decoder. It takes away like a certain extender for Malice. Abyss Dweller absolutely needed. Hurts Rizo doesn't really hurt Sharks. Hurts Ring 4 deck. Bahamut Shark makes it that you can't totally awesome. unless you're playing at Sprite or Paleozoic. Now let's
I
go
remember
to
about Bottomless
Limit.
Shark, 2 level 4 waters, you summon another that man,
No. Is it 2 level 4 waters?
It's 2 level 4, right? Or is it a generic rank 4? If that's a generic rank 4, that's fucking broken. If you really think about it. I remember when that card came
it's
out.
2 level 4. It's 2 level 4 waters. But
Water.
the Shark Engine. The Shark Engine gets you there. One Shark monster gets you 2 Shark monster that gives you level 4. That gets you
Abyss Dweller's banned. I remember it was crazy. Both of these cards came out in Cosmo Blazer, I think.
No.
This is Abyss Rising. Abyss Rising is a Cosmo Blazer. Yeah. God damn, they're gone. All right. This is a long one, so fire it off.
Okay. Bestial Growth Worm. They're slowly getting rid of the Bestial Engine. It's been long overdue. They're like Bestials hurt Rhino, Malice, and it helps Malice, but also hurts them depending on the timing, and hurts Blue Eyes. Those are the top 3 decks that's going to be. Plus, it does hurt some of the new Dragon Roller monsters coming out. Shifter, people like,
you called that forever though.
Yeah, people said, "Are you sad that they hit Shifter?" Dude, I stopped playing Flu 2 years ago. Like, Flu hasn't been good for 2 years. I try to play Malice. Malice is too combo oriented. Unlike Blue Eyes, where combos are simpler. Masterpiece won't do anything.
Yeah, because people know I like Matt Extra Draco. This is awesome to come back, but people have to understand what really made Draco as good as it was, or True Kings, you would say, is Diagram. Diagram is still at 1. If Diagram comes to 2, I still don't think it really matters at all. But it does make it. Yeah, the deck is just too slow at this moment. Even if Diagram came back to 3, I wouldn't think it would make True Draco better. It would make other decks better.
But Masterpiece, because there's so many cards that can get rid of it that's non-targeting, it doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah. Mathematics Circular. Let's see. It's that 1. You still got Bestials that hurt it. Mathematics is a fair deck now. It's okay. Rhino Detonator. If you Metal Troner's Rhino Detonator, you're not getting it back, and you don't have a second one to play with. That means pure Rhino is on its last legs. Rhino Fiendsmith might be the way to go, in my opinion. I truly believe Rhino Detonator 1 it's going to hurt pure Rhino a lot more than people realize it. Bonfire, I called this hit. I've been saying about this hit. This is not a hit for consistency. This is a money hit. They want you to play the Tachyon card. There was a lot of Rhino players who were like, why would I play 7 Tachyon when I still have Bonfire at 3? Makes sense. If you hit the consistency card now, it forces them to buy a new consistency card. Now you got to spend $210 on 3 7 Tachyon. Should have bought it when it was 30.
I remember Brilliant Fusion. That's the one where you dump a normal monster and you summon a Seraph Knight, essentially.
Yep.
So, yeah. That's too slow in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, isn't it?
No. It's Brilliant Fusion can help out. Now, Brilliant Fusion, people think it's for the new Gemini card. It's not just for that. Now you have it can be used in Monarchs. Monarchs are getting support in July. It can be used for the ABC deck. Now you got that X-Head cannon. You get Brilliant Fusion, dump that, and then you got that to go for, plus other cards. Brilliant Fusion is going to be surprisingly good in a few months. Okay. Crossout Detonator, Trouble Tap Silence. Those are both hit to hand traps. It's to make players actually play now, in a sense, instead of just having outs.
You don't remember when Crossbow Designator first came to the TCG, it was considered not even good. To see it now limited is actually insane to think about. Yeah. You know, that's crazy. Yep. TTT. I mean, people were always kind of talking about this card getting limited anyway. This card's pretty damn good. All right, next unlimited. Yeah. Sorry, that's
okay. Matter of fact, real quick. Let's do unlimited first, because that's real quick.
Okay, good one.
None of these unlimited matter.
Maybe, so just like my dad's influence in my life, nothing.
Yeah. The danger cards now just make it more dangerous in Dark World, but Dark World still cheeks. One draw kills that deck. Eva's for Drytron support. Savajar is just to get it off the ban list. And I didn't play during Pepe. I know nothing about Monkey Board.
Just be honest here. There's way better pendulum cards now than Monkey Board. And keep in mind that everyone plays so much back row removal that the chance of that staying on board is not going to matter.
I feel bad for the guy that I just bought a play set of talents. It's like you just give the other two to your friends if you have any.
You better show them up your ass. No, I'm just kidding.
And now the semi-limited. This is the most impactful part for once. Black Dragon and White Dragon. I'm not gonna say the last parts, but those are the help chaos decks, dark light decks, Dragon Link. And also these could be used in what's the deck coming out in about a month. Coming out in Alliance Insight, the new Dragon Royals, because they're going to be dark and light now. Those will also be and what's Unchained Soul Shavara should have never been hit this. She should have never hit to 1. It's coming back. 2 is maybe 1 of that. Yeah, and all the rider cards. Oh no, I was going to order from that Morphing Jar. Morph Jar could be at 3. Ain't no one playing that. It's way too goddamn slow. Now
the card is still doing that. They're like they know this card isn't gonna do shit, but they still just have to put it at 2 just because.
The Dangers are the only cards that are kind of like sketchy, but they're kind of slow now. That's it.
No, but what you said earlier, people gotta realize Dangers is searching. Dangers search and do all that shit. Like literally, one draw could just fucking stop their whole fucking day. Anyway.
And now you have X Ice and Sword Rider. And this is why I was saying that they're not gonna straight put these to limited. And I'll tell a Rogue here, I wouldn't hit them, but if I would, I wouldn't hit them to 1. I wouldn't hit any of them to 1 right now. Like what you do is, I told him, you hit Bonfire, but why would you hit Bonfire? No, you hit Bonfire to sell Savage Tachyon, to sell Major Masters, whatever the new set is. Because if what's the incentive of me to buy the new set when I could just use the old card that I already had?
Yeah.
That's Bonfire to hit. That's why X Ice the Sword Rider are smart hits. We're not killing that, but we're making it less targets for you to get. Now, if you open a handful of Rider, 7 attack down, they're going to have no impact. They're going to have a lot of dead cards later. Snake Eye Action Popular doesn't mean anything. OSS still banned. As long as the original Simple Spoils is banned, Snake Eye don't do shit. Don't ask me about no Snake Eye, nothing. I'll just laugh in your face. And now the Malice card. Malice P Dormouse, Malice P White Rabbit, and Malice at Underground. Now, if you don't have names to search, it makes Malice a whole lot easier to interrupt. They already lose to a fat ass Lancia and Chaos Hunter. But now you can hit them with the Ash, they're done. They don't have no extender with decode talk, link decoder. Mm-hmm. What else? What's the other thing? There was another card, but yeah.
I was gonna say overall for a rating of the list, if you had to just give a rating, how you feel about it, what would you give it?
I would give this a 9 out of 10. This is high up there.
Wow. Okay.
There's two cards that I'm gonna say them now that they're missing. The Sanctifier from Branded, that needs to be hit. That card's too damn dangerous. Even though Brandon's not doing anything, just ban that card, please. And a card, I think that could. I'm trying to say, was there a card that could have came off the list? I think the card that came off the list worked good. Sanctifier Dragon was the only card I would have said hit. Let's see, was there a card that they could have took off the list to 1? Maybe Barlow Savage could have came to 1, but I'm not mad that it didn't.
That was crazy because I remember when that card was hit. That card was hit when Baron de Fleur was hit, right?
Oh, Prank Kid, Meow Meow Moo. That should have came back to 1.
Yeah, Prank Kids aren't doing anything right now. They should
Prank Kids. I think Nightmare Mermaid did a few cards, but I think the one card that should have been hit was Albion Sanctifier Dragon. Everything else is perfectly situated where it should be.
And now we'll just have to see how the format evolves. So
Yep.
Let's go and do some League of Legends gameplay to look over. So before we get to our match of the week, it's Cloud9 versus the 100 Thieves. Before I actually blow my fucking brains out by watching this game again. So Rogue have done it, man. They went 2-0. It's happened. Rogue beat Vitality, people, in the most disgusting fashion ever. Game 1, you'd blow your brains out watching that track. That was just cinema on levels you don't even know. But I want to show you guys this game.
Not a cinema.
And Chaz was like, this game was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Chaz was like, this game is bad. And I was like, it's Rogue. And I was expecting horse shit. But I wasn't expecting this much horse. This was just, oh my God. This is low-level solo queue trash.
2-0, pick being 11%. I was like, knockout. Oh my God. I was like, the amount of.
He made Adam look like fucking Keen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This Knocko made Adam look like freaking Keen. Ian Davis put together. I was like, God, because Adam lets him play his ass off on Jace.
I will say this: Adam's been their best player. He actually has been performing very well. I will give him that. Like
Adam, not wrong. That top jungle is great. Execute is decent, and I'm not gonna talk about Patrick.
Patrick finally has the patch. The Ezreal game. I thought was good.
That was a good game.
Yeah,
Larson just there getting the checks. Just he's the experienced player.
Even when it feels like he's carrying, he doesn't feel like he's carrying shit.
Oh God, no.
So, as people know, I've mained Jace and Yasuo both. And Jace is a massive counter pick to Yasuo, as you guys saw in this game. So, you know how you hit Yasuo and you get that shield, so you break his defenses? The reason why that's a huge counter to Yasuo from Jace, because Jace, when you hit his W, it just auto-attacks you 3 times. So not only does Jace break your shield with his one auto, the other 2 are going to damage you. Jace's all-ins are better. You can knock him up. Doesn't really matter. Jace can just knock you away in his hammer form. He can shoot you from a distance. It's just an insane counter pick. I can't believe Vitality counter picked themselves that hard.
Yes.
I don't know what happened in scrims. But Vitality, their coaching staff, saw Jace go top, and they were like, you know what? Last pick. It must be Yasuo. They last picked this. This was a counter pick. This is terrible. How do you counterpick yourself that hard? If you want to let him play Yasuo, ban out Jace then. But they choose to counterpick Yasuo into Jace, who's Yasuo's biggest counter. And guys, and it's even worse. So if a jungler ever comes to your lane and you don't survive at least the first 2 ganks, because you can kind of play out a bad game state from like 1 bad gank. That happens. If you get ganked multiple times like he did, it's over. Like, Chaz said this game was terrible. And at some point, I think I literally was watching a screen of shit happening.
Oh, this guy right here.
Once he locks him up, W, Q. See, he's still full health.
It was just bullying him. Oh my God.
Man, what did he, and here, this is why it's even worse now. Now, since Malrong went up there and he ganked him, it's worse now because now the lane is constantly pushing away from Knocko, so that forces him to challenge Jace more. You don't want that as Yasuo because you're going to get poked out. See, he just pokes him out. Q, so he just goes, he just auto hammer form Q. Dead.
It's not even 5 minutes. He already died twice. 5 minutes.
Breaks the shield, already. Shoots him down. Look at that. He can't challenge him. Even if you win, if you win wall, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you win wall. It doesn't matter. You can just go and hammer form and walk through it.
Knocko lost the top lane in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, no objectives yet. He's already 0-2. Adam just made him his bitch.
And this was so good on Malrong to go up there and punish Yasuo. So I will say Malrong and Adam have been the best players so far. He can't do anything. Look at that. Just getting shot down and hammered in. Adam just took his dick and whipped it out and smacked him with it.
Diddy style. That's how it was. Knocko got taken.
I'll be honest here. I don't know what happened the rest of the game. Chaz was like, this game was bad. I'm be honest, I watched you guys see my watch. I watched it.
I
I
watched
don't
it
know what the
while
fuck else
playing
happened.
Pokemon.
All I know is they were getting completely stomped. They were getting absolutely railed. Just Adam had 7 kills by 20 minutes. Jace, 7 kills by 20 minutes.
And Yasuo, and guess what? Yasuo is 6 of them. Yeah. 0-6-0. OV Ho. He was Adam's Ho. Adam told him, bitch, get my money.
Oh my God, man.
And he was 2 levels down the whole game. It didn't even matter. See, at that point, if I'm Vitality, I just gave up on top lane. I don't even go back. Just let Rogue have top lane, and you try to just keep.
You know what's even worse? He built Blade of the Rune King when that is going to give him. That is going to do nothing. That's actually going to do because he wants to have sustain as he dives in. But well, if he dives in, he insta dies. I don't know what you're trying to sustain through. You might as well at that point just go full crit. You might as well do full crit because building a lifesteal build on Yasuo that early on is just, oh God. Oh, we talk about how bad Niski is as a support. I don't know what they saw in him. Support gameplay wise, he's not good.
He's decent at first, but he's one note. The issue is too, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Cardi ain't the dude. Cardi ain't that guy. I'm gonna say that right now. Like Cardi, you're never getting that G2. Not with this level of performance.
Like, you remember what Nako said on Twitter? It was like, yep, I just had a bad day. He's like, no shit, dude. No shit.
I was like,
holy shit. Oh, God.
And
then, Vitality.
And then
Jesus Christ. I am a legit Vitality hate watcher. I legit want them to lose every game.
My comment got blocked, and then I said really bad day. That's what you call it, a bad day? I didn't even shit on him. I just said, okay. How's it? What the fuck? And it came back, you were blocked by an individual. I was like,
those mods
I didn't even shit on him. I didn't even shit on him. I just said, that's what you call it, a bad day? Okay.
And then his second item is Immortal Shield Bow. Like, I don't get why he's doing a lifesteal build. He has no damage. He has no gold. It's such a worthless build. Who's he gonna 1v1? Because the idea of having a lifesteal build is if you just go 1v1. Who are you 1v1ing? The Jace? Jace got 9 kills. You're not 1v1ing that guy.
Look at the stat line. 081. Look at Adam's stat line.
916.
Jesus. 081. He got 1 assist by accident. This motherfucker. This motherfucker was 091 the dream.
He should have just went 0. I think he went 0-10. I don't remember.
Nah, he was close.
But he should have. I know for sure he went 0-9.
Yeah, he was 0-9. And then
he ended up the game 0-9. Yeah. Just make this known to people. Don't pick Yasuo into Jace. Yeah, don't do that. If anyone does that, make sure to fire your coach and report them to Elon Musk for government fraud. Actually, you might be a fraud.
Lincoln gonna come out and get more killed. Lincoln should have just stayed on the side, and then Nicky gonna come up and get obliterated. Yeah, this game was practice. This is practice. God. I'm not gonna lie. That was the best game of the week.
This is like okay.
Besides T1 Gen G, that was the best game of the week because it shows the incompetency.
I'm just gonna point out right here. What weapon?
Oh no! That's the best game of the week because that shows the incompetency of why players shouldn't have that much say in what they can and cannot pick. Because I feel like this is a player's pick. Oh, I'll pick Yasuo against them all. I can already beat him. Then you go
the coach. No coach is sitting there going like, on basically last pick, I want to have my top laner counter himself against the worst counter you can probably think of against his champion. Because a lot of people think like draft is just the coaches decide everything. No, as we know from how it's been talked about, it's a collaborative effort. But then if the player feels really strongly about something, some coaches will be like, okay, he feels really strongly about this, I'll give it to him. Yeah, that's the time you got to tell your player. That's when you have to step in and go, no. That's just a no. I'm sorry. If you can accept, I'm not going to let. No coach should ever sit there and let a player do that. No, 09, guys, he lost the game. The minute Yasuo was picked, they lost. They lost in draft because not only is that comp super shit, the comp itself is really bad. Yasuo just makes it worse. What was the comp again? Let me see what the comp was. That comp was bad.
It was Yasuo.
The comp's terrible. Yasuo, Mundo, Wei, Callista, and Alistar against Jace, Maokai, Victor, Corki, and Rakan. So you just get poked out. You just get poked down and engaged on, and you die. What a terrible comp. What an absolutely terrible comp from Vitality. I am a Vitality hate watcher, as you guys know for many years. I hate this org. This org is trash. And then they're like, oh, yeah, we need to grab Mitsuki and have him role swap to support. Why? It's not improve your team at all. Most just look like the same. They try to bill us in that fucking statement of like, it's going to be, we're going to fight really hard to win an LEC trophy.
Yeah.
I can't. Vitality want to convince us after 9 years they want to win a trophy. Guys, in the LEC, they've added in an extra split to potentially help teams. Okay, you couldn't do it in winter. Cool. Could do it in spring. Cool. Maybe you got summer. Cool. There's 3 chances to win titles now. 3. And you know how many trophies Vitality have? This many.
Yeah.
As many years as my dad's been in my life. Nothing. Nada.
And no finals appearance to show for it.
No finals appearance at all. They haven't even lost in a finals to even get second place.
Yeah.
I said gotten, I think it's like 4th. They've gotten first in some regular seasons, but then again, as we know, that doesn't really matter given like certain context, right? They finished first in a split that it was the Perks roster. It was Perks, Neon, Kaiser, Bo, Photon. That was the last time they finished first.
Oh,
and then God, holy shit. God, Vitality, you just bad. You just suck so much ass. Just who's sitting there asking to get counterpicked like that? Oh my God, man. What other LEC series did I happen to look over this week? Oh, the Army Corps BDS one. Oh my God. Jeez. So I think it was game 2. I remember BDS were kind of winning it. They throw it, and then they actually made Callista finally have some good games. Callista, after feels like weeks at this point, has never really had those like real standout games. Callista finally had a few standout games. A few. Like, I'm sorry, BDS. 113 just ain't it. Maybe Reckless wasn't wrong to bully that guy because that, it's rumored that Reckless was kind of like really, really harsh on that guy. Maybe Reckless was on something there. I don't agree with most of the stuff he probably did behind the scenes, but I'm just saying maybe he was on something with 113. 113 is not good. I'm sorry, he wasn't good on Astralis. I don't know why BDS went.
First of all, no one was good on Astralis. Let's just keep that a fact. Like Astralis wasn't good on Astralis. They were trash.
Oh God.
Motherfucker was constant L's. Motherfucker never got higher than 8th place.
They barely made playoffs. One of the few times they made playoffs, they were out in the first.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'll never understand it. I'll never get it. All right, so one of these games, okay, it was game 2 where Target Bus actually had some really, really good engages on Alistar. I'll bring it up right now. So game 1, being honest here, some of these LEC games blend in together so hard. I have a hard time remembering most of these sometimes when I watch them. But I do remember game 2 because that was when Hamas was on Alistar.
Yeah.
So BDS, I remember this game. BDS were winning the entire thing. And that's the thing with BDS. They're winning until they aren't winning. That's BDS's thing.
That's why I call them BDSM because they always find a way to choke. They always find a way to choke. Like that's what they are, BDSM. Because they love choking.
Just look at this really quickly. You don't even have to watch the whole game. Literally watch up to this point. They're ahead. They're of 11 kills. Their victor is 4-0. And you guys know Nook ain't shit. He be bending over, getting what's that thing that gay dudes like in their ass? I forgot. It's a plug. Butt plug. Nook is a player who you just put a butt plug into. You know he's just bending over and taking it. This guy could be 4-0, 7-0, doesn't matter. He can't carry shit. I still don't know why he's here. I refuse to believe BDS can do better than Nook. BDS, I know you can do better than him. Please explore the options of getting rid of this guy. Please. Like Karmine Corp went from Forsaken, because he was never having any hope, to getting Vladdy, who looks like one of the best LEC mids. I know you can do better than Nook.
Forsaken. Yeah, that's a good one.
And keep in mind, Vladdy's been here way less time than Nook. He already won a title. He was like, Nook didn't have any good teams. Neither does Vladdy, if we're being honest here, compared to G2. He still won. Look at the players on Karmine Corp outside of Yike. They ain't won shit. Last time Targamas won, he was on fucking G2 before winning earlier winner.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Okay, so look at what Ice just does here. Ice, he's Korean. You know, he drinks soy sauce. He eats fucking dogs. They don't think right.
Shit.
Why is Ice by himself? Ice just by himself, almost
he didn't feel. Get it? He didn't feel.
I hate you. I really hate you, you know? Then
he melted like ice.
Oh, God. BDS are still beating Karmine Corp, okay? Kana just kind of wastes his equalizer, okay? Then gets to a point where Vladdy is on the flank and Irrelevant goes in. They steal the dragon. And look at that. 5-man pulverize and the equalizer put down to make them go to the side so they could get on it. Just, cleaned up. How does this happen? BDS. They're winning this whole game. How does this keep happening? Good job.
I forgot where Calypso was at.
Look at that. 5-man Yone ult. 5-man. 5-man Yone ult and 5-man Alistar headbutt pulverize. Clean. Just mop them up. Keep in mind. Do you know how we know? Do you guys know how I know they know he's there? Paris just looked at him. Paris just saw him there. Paris, look where he knows he's there. He's like, Ed, guys, the Yone is like going to flank us, and like we're going to get butt fucked in our ass by Didi, and he's going to put it in our ass, man. All right, okay, let's just all in. Oh no, hell, get the fuck out. Okay, go home. Goodbye, BDS. Get the fuck out. Just go next week. You guys are fucking fried. The support literally saw him and he didn't tell them they're gonna get flanked. What the fuck is this? What is this? What are these games? I'm going to show you guys one more time. I'll show you one more time. Paris, right here, before this happens. Okay, after this. Okay? Paris is right here. Sees him. Okay? Irrelevant. Knows that Yike is going to attack them. Okay? They don't keep track of where Vladdy is, and they just get wiped off the face of the earth. Just completely just mopped up. Fucking BDS. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That team is trash. I'm sorry. Your team just sucks ass. They made Targamas look like he was Delight. Turkish Delight. Sorry, it's the Narnia joke. All right. So, next game. Match of the week. Cloud9 versus the 100 Thieves. I almost about to damn pull my hair out my head watching this team play sometimes. Why do you do this to me? I long for the day that Cloud9 can beat 100 Thieves again. I long for the day I can have a team to root for here that I love so much in daily to the point where, you know, I bend over and Sven just puts a dildo in my ass, you know? So I'm just thinking of it this way. How does this game turn out this way? And this is a game, Sniper literally didn't do jack shit the entire game. I think he just walked around and did Riven Qs most of the time. I think that's what he did. Because I don't remember him actually impacting the game any way possible. But it didn't matter because Cloud9 just chose to themselves. We're going to pick this awful draft. And Loki decided to run it down so unbelievably bad, my brain almost melted. Let's go over this game after watching 4 dried up egged old hags talk to us about money making. Just whatever, you know? All right. So 100 Thieves, in my opinion, and FlyQuest are looking like to be, I think, even with 100 Thieves losing to Team Liquid today, and we'll talk about that later. I think these two teams are the best teams. I think the hierarchy is still FlyQuest, TL, and 100 Thieves tied for second, and you have Cloud9 there at fourth, obviously.
I would say TL.
Especially after this week, we know that Cloud9 is fourth.
I would say TL first.
Like, at this point, Cloud9 is fourth at this point.
Yeah, fourth.
You're saying TL is first?
Yeah, I would say it first.
Okay. So, minus this first blood. Keep in mind, minus this. You're probably thinking like, oh, he translated that into lane lead. Nah, none of that happened. Absolutely none of that happened. Actually, what really breaks open the game is about, let's see. Basically, the game was going in 100 Thieves' favor for the most part. River got a little bit antsy here. Didn't really track the rest of Cloud9. He did give over a shutdown. Now, this kind of gave Cloud9 a moment to get back in the game. But this moment right here, Cloud9 goes, okay, we're going to go, what's it, 50-50 Otacon. Okay, yeah. Cool. So now, I want to lay out the context here for a lot of this. So, before we go over this play here, before Cloud9 chooses to 50-50 the Otacon buff, Loki in the entire game was getting fisted, just a fist all in his ass. Quid just dug his shit out and removed all that, cleaned him out. There was a dragon fight that we're going to go over a little bit there, and we'll talk about Blabber in a second. Zen had no impact in this game on Ezreal. Vulcan, I was surprised he was in this game because I don't know what he was actually making plays on. Thanatos was trying to split push, trying to create some pressure, but it really didn't matter, honestly. Loki is just super underwhelming, honestly, in my opinion. He's not really good at anything, honestly. Win or split, I was like, I didn't really like what I saw, even when I first watched the first game from him. I just don't think, honestly, I'm being honest here, I don't think he's that good, honestly. I think they need to get a refund on this guy. Maybe you decide to kick this guy, potentially, after this split's over, but I don't know. I personally think these same issues keep popping up over and over and over and over again. They have a narrow now. They have a slightly more different perspective on how they want to play the game. It's crazy how a narrow joins and they keep having these issues. This is why I didn't want a narrow. A narrow's always been associated with L's constantly. He's never been a coach that's won jack shit. He's always been a bad coach, in my opinion. I've never cared for the guy, honestly. And you're seeing the effects of his impact on Cloud9. Yes, there's Reaper there, but Cloud9 are doing better with Reaper by himself last year without a narrow there. Come on, it's just him, based the coaching staff, and just the team. They even managed to finish second, and they didn't end up. Well, they did not go into Worlds, but that was because of Clarence and Jojo Pion being one and the same, honestly. So Loki, I think this is just good as it gets. He's just going to be a rather underwhelming mid laner. Even today against Shopify Rebellion, nothing there. He's just a really below average mid laner.
Or the joke was saying he's a mid laner. Get it? Mid? Nah.
Someone say he's the god of mischief. No. Shit. There was mischief being caused here.
Oh yeah. There was PayPal probably being paid too.
God. Like, they need Cloud9 maybe get, because in the offseason, remember, it was rumored they were going to get Saint, who is online gaming right now. And Saint actually looks pretty good. Like, Saint looks good. Loki, on the other hand, looks like complete shit, to be honest here. Like, I don't think Cloud9 could win a split this year with this guy. I don't think it's possible. There's just no way. Like, even if every one of these guys bounced back and got into form, I still don't believe they could win because this guy is such an anchor in the mid lane. He could play weak side shit like Rise. He could play strong side stuff like Victor. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't. He doesn't carry games. Doesn't impact games at all. Never has really any good substantial leads. Doesn't really synergize with the team very well. I for be honest here, I don't know why he's here. He doesn't really do anything. So let's go to this dragon fight right here. Because Blabber, no, I think it was Blabber, right? I think there was a dragon fight. It was after this, right? Yeah, it was after this. Okay, cool. So Cloud9 go 50-50 on Baron after River gave over a shutdown. Okay, so they end up taking the buff, but the fight breaks out into two lanes. Okay, so Loki is fighting Quid. He shouldn't be doing that because Quid is actually having a really, really good game. Quid basically 1v1s him. Sniper, kind of preemptively goes in. Not really I will say it's not a bad idea given their spot on the map for him to do that. And there are 3 squishy targets there. So I don't really disagree with that one holistically. But he also ends up taking off one of the buffs, and they almost kill off FBI. And you're like, oh, okay, this game's kind of coming back into Cloud9's favor. Not really, because even when they got the Otacon buff, they lost all of it. And
yeah, almost immediately too. It wasn't like,
and then,
what a wait.
Yeah, so they get the Otacon buff, and then Thanatos kills FBI. Sorry, everyone. There's Vin Diesel. Good lord.
Damn.
I hate Vin Diesel being outside. Jesus Christ.
You're doing Fast and the
So,
Furious.
after that, you have a dragon fight where... Oh, yeah. Fuck. Blabber was actually performing very well in some parts of the game, but overall, Blabber himself hasn't really been that kind of carry jungler like a lot of people remember either. Like, this guy used to be just a complete animal on the map, like just a complete just freak of nature on the map, specifically just for talking about NA games, right? Just LCS games, not internationally. Internationally, he's always been a piece of shit. But speaking of just, North America games, this guy's always been somewhat impactful. Feels like recently, just on Cloud9 last year, you could argue the year before, he's just not having the impactful games he used to have. Like he used to be like an MVP quality candidate consistently, and it's just not happened. So after Thanatos kills FBI, he got another shutdown. They have another really close team fight, okay? So look at what Blabber does right after it's over, okay? The only point here is to get the dragon, because 100 Thieves is dragon stacking, and 100 Thieves I criticized because they had very, very low objective control. They actually fixed that and showed signs of fixing it in this game and the one against Team Liquid. So that's very good that they realize, hey, our objective control is very, very bad. We probably shouldn't be giving up 5 Drakes constantly because it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So Cloud9 are only here to stop the Drake. That's it. They don't want them stacking Infernal Soul. Okay? Blabber ends up getting River again. Okay? So right here, you just leave. Okay? Just leave. 100 Thieves like, okay, we lost it. Let's just handshake. Blabber, what are you doing? Oh, no!
He's playing like the guy he's playing. Get it? Blind. He's playing like Lee Sin. Don't know what the hell he's doing.
I hate you so much.
Hey, man,
I hate you. I don't like you.
You playing Lee Sin, and then you playing like you're Lee Sin. You playing like you don't see 5 people there. Like, what the hell?
The whole point of this was to get the dragon, and then he just goes back in. And then he gave over a shutdown goal too. He goes, just leave. It's over. You got the objective. You just go back. And he just goes in and offs himself. Jesus Christ. And he gave over to the FBI, the most fit person on their team. What are you doing? Buddy. Do you have a brain? All right, so next play. Then Sniper goes, you know what? I don't think I did anything in this game, but I'll just randomly start split pushing because that's just what this guy does because he's just mentally retarded most of the time. So Sniper is just in the side lane as Riven and just gives over his free shutdown himself or another kill. And Cloud9's like, oh, cool. Riven's down. That's a big engage tool for 100 Thieves because their comp doesn't really have like many like very close ranged engage tools beside like Varus ult and Renata ult. So Sniper just getting in there by just the easiest way Riven can do with their Q, you can make some engages happen. So Sniper's down. That's a big proponent for them. You're probably thinking like, oh, it's going to be Cloud9's game. Nope. This is a 4v5. So look at what River does. River snuck in here. I don't know how there's no wards in that bush where you see my mouse cursor on. River sneaks in. Cloud9 doesn't have vision here. River gets in there and ults Sven. Look at and that all based off River. Kills him. This is a 4v5. Instantly. This is a 4v5 we're looking at here.
Instantly. That's not like
Look at what Blabber does. So he tries to ward hop. Oh my god. Fucking bullshit. So he tries to ward hop kick flash. Okay. Look at what Blabber does. Ward hop kick flash, the usual Lee Sin combo. Quit. Oh no, I got a Zhonya's. Why did Blabber try to go on the Zir? At this point in the game, you should know he has Zhonya's. It's obvious. I mean, if you don't build Zanyas on Azir, once you already have 2 items, you're just fucking trolling. So it's like that one game, me and Chaz were playing on ARAM, and this Kennen decided to himself, he was going to build Blackfire, Torch, and Rylai's. And I was like, you know what? You're without Proto Belt. You're trash, and we're going to lose. And we lost because he was garbage, honestly.
Oh, no, he was
Sparkle says, I would ask MSK to explain all this to me so I understand, but he sucks, and I know he won't. Well, if you give Chaz a hug, I'll do that for you. God. So River just finds a super great pick on his Van in a 4v5 situation. River also showing that at this point, he's just kind of just better than Blabber at this point as far as like game knowledge and how to impact the game, you know? So then obviously Quid uses his ult and everyone's now dead. Now Blabber's dead. Now Vulcan's dead. And this was in a 4v5. Why is this bush not warded? Why is this bush not warded? They get a pick. This is the right idea. This is the right idea. Okay. You kill the Riven because Sniper's brain fell out because it always does. Why is there no ward here? There's no ward right here. Why? You don't know where Vi is. She obviously would do this to, catch out Ezreal. Zen didn't even flash. Zen doesn't flash.
I think that's good because you save the flash for the next fight. You don't want to blow a flash there knowing that the team's on the other side.
He's dead guaranteed anyway.
Yeah. That was a good no flash. And that on his part.
So after that, they lose this. 100 Thieves. They get Baron. Good job. I'll say pick that they made. They lost it.
My.
Jeez,
I'm not gonna
man.
lie.
FBI
I'm not gonna lie. They won that draft. Their VAR is disgusting.
The Cloud9 draft is just trash. I mean, my mind is them playing this bad.
Rise wasn't bad. It's just Loki's just trash.
We know every single. What's the motto here? You pick Rise, you lose. I knew when they picked Rise, they
most
lost.
Most of the time.
How many times have we seen Rise win? How many times? Maybe
LTK.
once.
LTK.
Okay, they have brains over there.
Yeah, I was about to say yes. They got brains to do nothing but play League.
Like even Faker could make Rise work in that Gen G game too. Even Faker can't make Rise work because Rise is too short range. Rise has a lot of utility. He's just way too short range. And Vulcan's like, I don't really have priority over here, but I'll just keep fighting. I'll just keep engaging. This makes no sense to do.
GG.
Why?
Yep. Oh, you got stunned up? Oh, yeah, he's gone. Pack it up. Oh, and then, my.
Quid.
Damn,
he tried to do it again, and he just Sonya's. He just does it again. He tries to just a ward hop, kick flash him again, and he just Sonya's again.
Yep.
Why? Why would he not think it's up? I don't get it. Why would you not think it's up? It was literally a minute. It was like about a minute and 50 seconds since they did anything. You would have to just assume, hey, probably his Zonya's up again. He's probably going to use it if I go after him. Why not just go after Varus? Why was Blabber's focus just on Azir? And then 100 Thieves can't really end here. Kind of maybe can if they had a Baron push. If they had a minion wave, maybe they kind of botched a little bit here.
I think they were healthier. They were like half health.
What's crazy? Didn't matter. It didn't matter because even though they kind of botched that and fucking River died, not River. What's his name? Sniper. Because he's just a moron. He just dies repeatedly every single time. You guys have to see this. You guys have to see this level of clown tomfoolery. So 100 Thieves botched the. They should have never win for this anyways. After getting that last team fight, they should have just all recalled and got healthy, then pushed it down. You probably could have won after that. But this is what Cloud9 do. So they get a shutdown and they kill River and they kill Ayla. Yep. And then Cloud9 go, hey, it's our turn to chance the Baron.
And then Loki just gets sniped. Just like Mars just comes out with the arrow and green arrows him right in the goddamn chest.
It didn't even matter if 100 Thieves just entered right here. Cloud9 go, you know what? We can just do Baron, even though you've lost at every single objective outside of one. Yeah, we can do Baron. Huh? What the fuck?
It's two people.
All right. So Blabber and Loki started because Rice, he can do it. if you have a jungler there. He can essentially solo do it because he can run around. He can bounce his spell flux with his EQ combo. Not the bad. And then FBI charges Q, kills him instantly.
Yep, just gone.
Dead. Just dead. Then
right
FBI ults Blabber, so he's just stuck there. He can't do anything. And then Quid goes, you know what? I'll just go in. I don't know why he did that. He could just stand here and just poke them. And then Quid zones these guys off. And then River gets in the Baron. And then now he steals it. So thanks, Cloud9. Thanks for just giving them Baron. And River's like, all right, I'm good. This is cool. Yep. They inted ending the game, and then they just gave them Baron.
Yeah, this is cinema. This is cinema right here. Back and forth.
Can someone explain to me what the idea of this Baron call is? So it makes no sense to do. It makes no sense to do this Baron. They don't really have the map priority to do it, even when people are down. The best idea to make out of the situation is you push a lane out, you try to reset the map a little bit, then you set up to do Baron. Rushing and doing this is like some solo queue tactic where you go like, oh, these guys are dead, let's just rush it. Why? And then River steals it anyway. Now, even if they had gotten this Baron, it wouldn't have mattered. They'd still going to lose the game. They were losing most of the game anyway. Like, FBI just basically borderline one shot at the mid laner. Blabber never focused FBI at all in any of these team fights. Sniper, I dare argue, was running it down, but then again, he's Riven, and he was really valuable in that last team fight as well. I don't know what the hell is going on in this game. Like, this was just all types of bad. What did Cloud9 learn from their boot camp? Any of that Korean boot camp stuff they worked on, any of it come together? Oh, no. Fuck me. I'm glad we got that Anero vlog learning about how high rank of he is in NA solo queue, because obviously that's an achievement for that fucking piece of shit. Fat fuck. So
your guess is as good as mine.
I'm so glad we got a Cloud9 vlog of their Korean boot camp talking about Anero's LP. And Blabber saying they worked on stuff when we don't even know what they worked on, because Blabber just said they worked on stuff. What? FBI, Chains of Corruptions, Blabber just gets. Why this comp is bad? Because look how much. Look at the range on 100 Thieves just in the two carries compared to these. Every single these two outrange all of these guys. Just these two do. That's it.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry. Vin Diesel's back outside. I hate people with loud engines, but Azir and Varus completely just not just outscale, they just outrange all of these. Why is Cloud9 picking Ezreal and Varus? Why does that happen? Why is the priority on Ryze? I don't get it. Riven, kind of a counter to Gwen because she can mostly sidestep all of her abilities. Alistar into Renata is pretty even. So, however, the support chooses to play the matchup out. Not only is the draft bad from Cloud9, the players all played really bad. Outside of Thanatos, my opinion. So, yeah, 100 Thieves definitely walked away with the win. I mean, they're a much more cohesive team. Even if a few of the laning phase mistakes goes their way, they just have really good, a strength of theirs has always been really good team fighting, at least with this iteration of the roster. So they're just really, really good in team fights, and they managed to win. Just L's, just scoop them up. They even let Sniper have Sniper. You can have some kills. It doesn't matter. It's all good. FBI. I remember he said, "Kill all of them. Just kill all of them." Man, they just doing my boy Sven dirty. No. Just God, oh damn, they got destroyed. 10,000 gold lead.
Yeah,
like a 7,000.
No, it's not. Yeah,
damn.
9.7K gold lead. Might as well be 10. Yeah, Sniper it to get that, so it doesn't matter because your middle laner decided to choose Ryze. Yep, Ryze to the top.
If we're being honest here, like Quad and Quid. Oh my goodness! Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Can you talk?
Yep, Quad and Quid are the two best middle laners. I don't care. Loki's garbage. As of now, watching him, it's he ain't it. He's not it, people. He's not it. Who else? APA is APA. He's gonna be he is who we saw we were. We saw he was. Yeah, a lot of these players suck.
I just
Like I said,
like I don't get it. What's the point of going to a Korean boot camp if like the problems don't get fixed? You know?
facts.
Like none of these problems got fixed. I watched their game against Shotfire Belly today. Do you think any of those problems got fixed, even though they're facing a weaker team? They faced a
Nah.
weaker team, and Loki still looked like he was running it down. You know?
Yeah, I don't know what they. Honestly, I don't know what they did at the Korean boot camp. I know one thing they didn't do was get better because they look like they got worse. It looked like they got rid of clearance. It got worse.
Shit, that's so bad. Part. God, and Jojo Pion looks worse without them too. Damn it! Yep. Damn it!
Cloud9 been exposed, and clearance is definitely getting exposed.
Well, I remember Jojo Pion like he was specifically stating he was going to destroy Europe.
Nope, Europe is destroying you.
Gosh, I mean, he said he was going to expose all the LEC mid laners. Oh, he called them frauds. He was going to expose all the LEC frauds. Jojo Pion, I thought you were supposed to like expose Humanoid. How are you losing a Humanoid? Humanoid.
I mean, technically, he did expose Humanoid game 1 of the winter split.
He did. He did. He actually beat him pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah, he's beating Humanoid. It's when it comes to everybody else, no. Motherfucker out here getting clapped by Vladdy. Caps is his daddy. Motherfucker out here.
Caps for sure that's dad. That's Big Daddy right there.
Yep.
Holy fucking God. I'm sorry, guys. It just gets really frustrating when you follow a team for so long and they fall into this kind of cycle of bullshit now that they're in, you know? Like on paper, specifically just on paper, they should be more evenly matched than this, but that game was just not good from Cloud9. Just bad draft. Blabber had bad priority about who he wanted to target in team fights. Felt like they were just fucking dizzy on the map. And people say it's just week 1 in game 1. Yeah, sure, it is. But those could be, when you see games like that, those could always be larger symptoms of bigger problems. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, I don't always take that much stock away from week 1 because, to be fair, anything could change. Anything is possible. So our playoffs, obviously. But wait a minute. We know the playoffs don't. I mean, the split is odd because your team could lose every single match, but you're guaranteed playoffs anyway. I've never heard of a format like that. You could lose straight up every match, and Dignitas right now could straight up lose every single match, and they're in playoffs.
Dig and or DSG. One of them's going 0-8.
One of them's going winless or getting only a win against the other one of each other.
Yeah.
And they straight up look like they're going to imagine getting DSG in the first round of any playoff scenario. How much of a free win that is.
Yeah, practice.
I mean, you gotta warm up your wrists. Yeah, you gotta warm them up. God, DSG. Scary Jerry said he had improved. Scary Jerry told me he got better at the game. What happened?
If that's improvement, oh my gosh. I feel bad for Toast.
Imagine what his form was before. Toast, you might want to get I like Abbedagge, guys, I do. But I think even he's given up on this team at this point.
Oh, no,
I don't think he's trying at all. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I'm trying to say that in a way as like, I think he understands there's nothing you can do with this.
Yeah.
Just look as good as you can. I don't blame him either.
Yeah. You gotta look at really like you're always playing for your next check. You're always playing for your next team. That's what you gotta do. You gotta play for your next team.
Yeah.
That's that part about it.
We're not gay, you crazy lady. But like Toast, you saw his face when his team was getting destroyed by Lion. Yeah. Oh God. The face. He said, in scrims, we play so well. It's like, oh, Toast, you have so much to learn here. But scrims don't mean shit.
But here he said we're playing so well. He doesn't say we're winning. you peeped that. He doesn't say we're winning. That's the key word you gotta be able to look for. He doesn't say we're winning. That left me know he's getting cooked. Yep.
Yeah, and Toast, you better learn. Unless it's Okay, so scrims only really technically matter in context is when like you're talking about how Korean teams beat you in scrims. Because when Korean teams beat you in scrims, that's going to be pretty reflective of what's going to happen on stage. That's like the only real instance of it. Because you also have like Toast going like, man, we got better in scrims. It's like, guys, they had a pretty. They don't even have. Okay, so if I'm to look at their next games coming up, because we'll go over the rest of these games, obviously on Thursday. If I'm going to tell you guys their next matches, would you guys believe that they have the hardest strength of schedule coming up? About as hard as you could possibly imagine it. But unless them and Dignitas have their work cut out for them, honestly. Like who he is trying, I'll give him that. It's not like who he's running it down. Zayu is just like, I won't say he's horrible.
He's horrible.
He's just shit,
I'll say it. He's horrible.
Is it? I don't know him or Shaden who's worse. Shaden, holy crap!
Shaden looks like he always high. He always looks like he's stoned.
So here are the standings as far as like week 1. So FlyQuest 2-0, Lion 2-0, 100 Thieves 1-1. We'll talk about that game Thursday, but they definitely threw against Team Liquid in that game.
No, easily.
That was
easily.
Oh god,
that was heartbreaking. That was more heartbreaking than it.
It's like you guys had that game. I know you're the better team. I know you got this. Don't do that next time. So Cloud9, they have to face Team Liquid again, but they have DSG and Dig, so they should at least go 2-0.
FlyQuest at minimum going 2-1. I'm not sure if they beat 100 Thieves. Lions is going. I'm not sure about Team Liquid. I think they can beat Shopify.
I think if Lion can keep up this level of consistency, I think they're gonna be. To be fair, we said this. We said they were going to be potentially a dark horse team, potentially, right? It's looking like that. This is just week 1 bias. Their team doesn't look that bad.
Exactly.
But I do want to see them have more games against some more teams before I give a solidified, like, dominant opinion on them. And this week we'll for sure have that because we should expect them to beat Shopify Rebellion. That should be expected. But it's basically how they do against TL and FlyQuest that really come into question, obviously. And then, obviously, for Dig, you already had your easy strength of schedule. Technically,
I'm going to tell you this. Dig's much worse than this guy. Because in the schedule, they got Team Liquid, Cloud, and one of the C's. They could possibly upset Cloud. Possibly, and I don't think they will, but I think they can if certain things go correct. No, for Disguise. I think Dig might be screwed. I meant Disguise could probably upset Cloud9. Dig might be screwed. Dig's definitely screwed.
But you know why it doesn't matter, man? Because they're getting in playoffs anyway.
Yeah. That means watching these games don't really matter at all. I just realized that. Why the fuck are we watching? I just realized that. Why are we watching?
Because our brains need to look at cinema.
Yeah, that's true.
Then again, if you told me I don't have to watch Dig or Disguise, then again, I don't think I've lost anything.
That's what we've been saying. Shopify Rebellion is an awful name. They were TSM before. We've been saying that name was trash.
But to be fair, they have a horrible logo. That's the worst logo of all of them. That's just a terrible logo.
What is that logo?
It looks like 3 anal beads. But Dignitas, you guys will see, have Team Liquid, Cloud9, and 100 Thieves. Those are all teams in the top 4.
Yep.
They already looked horrible against the Dark Horse team, Lion. I would assume you go 0-5. I just would assume. If any of these teams dropping into Dig, you might want to start ringing the bells because that's concerning because this team is not good. There was a game, the first game they had against Shopify Rebellion, they didn't do anything for 20 minutes in the game, and that somehow was close because Shopify Rebellion is just that bad. Dignitas straight up did nothing for 15 minutes, and they somehow made that game close. Disguise have Cloud9 and 100 Thieves. They're probably going at least 1-4, 1-3, something like that. right? Or 1-4 after these games. 100 Thieves has Fly, DSG, Dig. So even if they did lose to FlyQuest, they're going to at least get 2 wins on the board. So yeah, that's the standings after week 1. Dignitas, you're probably going 0-5 to Dream. And then that, you're going to get roster moves. Sorry, everyone, we have to let go of Tomo once again. God.
Even though he's relatively one of the better players.
They're going to get rid of someone. If they go 0-5 and they continue on this path and they just bomb out of playoffs too, when that comes up later on in the split, they're making more roster changes. No way they just, keep the same team. Absolutely no way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have to get ready for my second. I got to get ready for another show tonight, Demons K Show, one-on-one with Aaron Sparrow for a second appearance. Anything you want to bring up before we, leave? Anything you want to plug beside my wife and Miss Sparkles?
No, really. No, at the moment. Just look out for a new video. If it's not Pokemon, it'll be Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the ban list came out today. I'm not gonna do a reaction because I've already seen the ban list like 10 times over. I'm gonna do a discussion about the ban list. I'm gonna do a discussion about it. That's me. I'm just gonna talk about it, go over why I think this is one of the best ban lists in within the last 5-6 years, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. It really discussed all the things, and I'm gonna go over the 2 cards I think they could have hit. And 1 card I think that could have came off the list. But other than that, yeah, nothing much. I don't know if I'll be doing I'll definitely be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Market watches as well as Pokemon. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'll be able to get to premiere Alliance Inside premieres because I still got Pokemon events to do. That's why all that Pokemon still comes first, but I'll be doing more Yu-Gi-Oh! Events now. I feel like the balance is at a point, in the game's at a point where I feel like I feel comfortable getting back into it. They finally got some reprints that I'm happy. They're doing all the things. I'm all right, cool. You know what? Okay. I'm not gonna put all my money back into Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm gonna do enough where I'm going to locals again. If locals are still a thing.
Hell yeah! So as you guys know, for me, next week there's gonna be a few things I'll have to let you guys know about as far as shows. Nothing's canceled or anything. Just a week where there's gonna be some days without shows because I'm going out of town just for a few days, but I'll be back on Friday next week because I'm going to the F&T meetup. I'll be out there on Wednesday, gonna hang out with some people, and we're gonna probably just imagine James out there getting drunk. Oh, good lord.
Okay. That's me. We're not doing the show Thursday.
Next week, not this week. Next Thursday. Okay. No. Okay. So next Thursday, not this Thursday coming up, but the Thursday that's following this one, there'll be no show. We're gonna take I'll be out of town. I won't be able to do it, honestly. Right. But you'll have to see me Sunday to look at me and talk to me. Is that good enough for you?
No.
Man, just think about it this way. If you have sex with Lennon and I take your dick out after you finishing her and I finished you off, what does that make me?
Gay.
Oh shit. But I'm super straight.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. We'll go more in depth with the LEC, when the games finish on Monday. We'll talk about T1 Genji on Thursday as well. Just wanted to kind of, get NA out of the way because, doesn't matter what this format has. Dig's going probably O&X whatever. But it doesn't matter because they're going to be in playoffs no matter what, But luckily, this is only going to be for 3 weeks because it's called the positioning phase. Because apparently Emily just loves doggy style, getting your hair pulled. So, yep. With that being said, that's pretty much it. Nothing else I want to bring up. So we will see you guys here Thursday this week, 7:30 p.m. PST. We can go a little bit longer just in case it needs to happen because me and Lunchbox Warren won't be having a show this week at all because he's going to be at his Comic-Con convention So he's going to a convention to show off his artwork and his indie comic book. So I'm not going to be able to have a show with Warren until like the 18th or the 23rd, because when he gets back on that Tuesday next week, I'll be out of town, when he gets back, we won't have a show because that's when I have a show with Last Comic Fan. And then by the time we talk again, it'll be either that Friday for a show or coming up later on that other week. So yeah, we will see you guys later. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. And